What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some Michigan basketball news and updates on the final scholarship spot remaining, as Michigan potentially could be adding one last transfer portal addition. We also go over all the options Michigan has for the final scholarship spot and also what Dusty May has to say about it. Plus, Dusty May also talks about his plan on figuring out the style of play for this team next season, and also how he can't wait to get going as Michigan set to begin summer workouts June 10th. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so I wanted to make a Michigan basketball video today as we got some news on who could be the last scholarship player added to Dusty May in the Michigan basketball roster. And we're going to be exploring all the options that Michigan could do, but lately there has been some transfer portal rumors on the Florida State forward transfer Jamir Watkins. He's 6'7", 210 pounds. He was a junior last season who averaged 15.6 points, 6 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game while shooting 45.7% from the field, and also had a 34.4% three-point percentage. He also had 0.8 blocks and 1.9 steals per game as well. Now, he did earn an NBA Combine invite, but he did withdraw from the draft process and is now searching for a new college. And he kind of beat out the buzzer of the NBA draft on the last day to withdraw his name. Now, according to John Rothstein, he said that Florida State transfer Jamir Watkins is considering the following programs: St. John's, Michigan, Florida State, Oregon, Kansas State, and Cincinnati. And it appears that Michigan is definitely a major contender, and this could be Dusty May's player of choice to get the last scholarship spot on the roster. Michigan, they only have one more to use. And I tell you what, it would be a great usage of the last spot if Michigan was able to get Jamir Watkins. It would make this team that much more able to contend for a Big Ten championship and also compete in the NCAA tournament. Me personally, I already see this team, potentially making the NCAA tournament with the talent and the players they have added. But if Michigan was able to get Jamir Watkins, it would make them a much better rounded team. Now, he played at both VCU and Florida State before transferring to Florida State last year. Now, he was a freshman in 2021. He redshirted in the 2022 season after suffering a knee injury. He was a redshirt sophomore in the 2022 and 2023 season for VCU, and last year he was a redshirt junior. Now, his hometown is New Jersey, but Watkins, he is a lengthy wing, can play a 3 or a 4, and is a two-way wing. He's also very good on the defensive side and also can do a little bit of everything offensively, so it'll be a perfect fit for this roster, a perfect last and final piece added to this roster. Now, Watkins last season also had 64 steals, which led the team, and he also had 92 assists last year. So this would be a big time pickup for Michigan and would absolutely solidify this roster as a contender next season. Now, Dusty May, he has talked about the final remaining scholarship spot. He was also recently on the Defend the Block podcast. He said even with admissions, there are different time periods of when we can get guys admitted. He said high school players are different than graduate students, so there are different deadlines and whatnot. He said we've been casting a wide net for the last couple weeks, but we've also been extremely selective. There are probably a few guys that we would have went on earlier in the process before we filled out our roster, but now it's either going to be someone that really impacts today, winning immediately, and also fits in the group as far as skill set and what the holes on our roster might be, but we also might look at a developmental player, somebody that can help us down the line and learn and bang against these guys day in and day out. So we're looking at it from several different angles. He also said that we might hold tight and hold a scholarship over for next year, so we are working with a sense of urgency, but we don't feel like there is any panic to add someone just to be adding. He said in our profession too, there are times when you kind of sit and wait. You have a really potential big time player that can kind of fall to you because of the situation. So those are the options for Dusty May. He could right now try and add Jamir Watkins, which I'm sure they will try to. I think adding Jamir Watkins would be the cherry on top to this Michigan basketball roster for next season. Do that, or they could, go and get another guy in the 2024 class, or they could save that scholarship spot for next year. Let me know what you guys think they should do with the final scholarship spot. It seems all options are on the table for Dusty May, and he is, not panicking. They're working with a sense of urgency, but no panic. There's not really any rush to add somebody. But now the one guy that Michigan was still going after in the 2024 class was the 4-star power forward Connie Ruths. However, he recently just committed to Louisville, so I do feel like the best option for Michigan would be to land Jamir Watkins. Now, Dusty May did talk about, the transfers coming in. He said a lot of these guys we were able to bring in, we fell in love with. He said with all of our guys, there weren't any significant red lines, but as far as the true relationship piece, that's still a ways away before we earn their trust and they earn our trust. He said we're excited to see what makes these guys tick, what motivates them, and help them with their struggles. He said we all have blind spots, and that's our job as coaches to make sure we're complimenting and supporting them in their blind spots. And Dusty May is just trying to make a safe place for them to learn and grow. He said with our players, those are the things that as they get to know us, we pride ourselves on adjusting and trying to cater to how they operate the best. Now, summer workouts do begin on Monday, June 10th, coming up here for the basketball team. And he said we'll certainly want to establish identity with the way we play as far as tempo, pace, expectations. They said the nuts and bolts and the X's and O's will come down the line. So right now it's going to be, these are the expectations as far as work, as far as how we respond to adversity, things like that, how we compete. Those are the things that we'll be working on this summer, and as we build our offense and defense from a foundational standpoint. And he said until we have our team together for a month or two, we're not going to know exactly how we're going to do things. We still have to really evaluate and analyze our guys, and then get together as a group and figure out the best way for the team to play on offense, defense, and everything in between. So that's an exciting part of the summer, that we can really get to know our guys on the court, off the court. He said we can't wait to get going on Monday. He said if a player, is really, really good or exceptional in an area, then we're going to incorporate that into our style of play in some way, shape, or form. He said we try to really take a step back, look at our players, what do they do well, and what do we feel like are the strengths of our group, and then really try to attack in those areas. So Dusty May, this coaching staff, has their work cut out for them, trying to find the best style of play for all these new additions. But Dusty May is also, surrounded himself with a good coaching staff that he likes, and he has done an outstanding job here in the first few months as Michigan's new head coach. So very excited to see how this team turns out. They should be a contender in the Big Ten, and they should definitely, I think, be able to make the NCAA tournament, potentially make some noise. So let me know what you guys think about all that. But with that, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you're new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.